Hey everybody, Mrs. Radke here. So today's activity that we're going to do is an origami activity, and we are going to be making a cube. So for this activity, you're going to need 6 pieces of paper, square paper again. This is just the memo paper that I had, and you can choose all one color. You can make them all different colors, whatever combination you'd like to do. For this one, I chose to do 6 different colors. So once you have your paper out, let's actually try the blue one here, see if that one shows up a little bit better. All right, so in order to do this one, the folds that we're going to do, we're going to first fold this paper in half. So I'm going to line up my corners. Remember, when we're doing origami, it's really important that you keep those corners all nice and lined up and that your folds are nice and crisp. Go ahead and line those up. And press down. And then remember, you can either press down with your fingernail, or if you have like a ruler or something like that, you can use that to help you press that down, make a nice crisp fold. Okay, so then from here, I'm going to open this up. So this is a valley. I have it open kind of like a book. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to fold both sides in to that center fold. Press. And then I like folding from the right hand side, so I'm going to turn mine over and fold in to the center again. Make sure you're not overlapping your pieces of paper. Because that'll make it hard to be able to put things in the pockets if these are overlapping. All right, so then from here, we're going to turn this sideways so that our fold here is going horizontally. So it's a horizontal fold. And then I'm going to fold this over in half. So I'm just going to come over like this. Again, we want to line up these corners. And you might have to, like, I'm going to take my finger and kind of poke those out just a little bit so that it helps make that fold. And then press, press, press. We want that folded down really good. Okay, so now that I have that folded in half, I'm going to open that back up. From here, we're going to take the bottom right-hand corner and we're going to fold up towards that top center fold line. Okay, we're just making a triangle. So keep in mind, I don't want this edge, I don't want it to overlap the top part here. I want them just to meet. So when you come up along there, we want to make sure that those just meet and then press down really, really good. And then again, like I said, I like folding from the right hand side, so I'm actually going to turn my shape. So now it looks like this. And I'm going to do the same thing from the bottom right hand corner. I'm going to come up. So these are actually going to be folded in opposite directions. Okay, so now I have this shape. We're going to open up both of those folds. Now you'll notice I've got this little piece here. We're actually going to open this up and we're going to fold that in the other direction. Okay, so we want that inside. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one down here. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to fold that in. Okay, while I still have that open, I'm going to go ahead and fold down this side. So I did close the top and I'm going to fold this triangle in and then fold the bottom up. Okay, so now it looks like that. On the right hand side, I can't lift this whole thing up like I did on the other side, but I'm still going to tuck this triangle in. So we're just going to kind of curl that a little bit so we can get that tucked in to that pocket. And fold it down. Okay, and then I'm just going to go over all of my edges and press those down really good. Okay, so here's my shape, and I have the 2 pockets here. All right, so now I'm going to flip it over, and you'll notice you should have your fold line. Your original horizontal fold line is right here. Okay, we're going to take this bottom corner here and we're going to fold it up so that it meets with this top vertex. And we want these lines to match up. And press, press, press. This one's kind of hard because there's a lot of paper in there. So press that down really good. And we're going to turn it. And I'm going to do the same thing to this side. So I'm just going to fold this up. I want it to line up on my edge. And we're going to press, press, press. You'll notice it does not overlap with the other side. Press those down. And then we're actually going to open that piece back up. And then there's my piece. Okay, and you'll notice on this that there's these little pockets here. There should be little pockets going all the way around it. Let me turn this light off and see if that helps. Yeah, there you can see those little pockets a little better. So there's little pockets all the way around. We're going to be using those little pockets to assemble our cube here in just a little bit. All right, so there's one piece. Remember I said we need 6 of these. So I'm going to do one more with you, and then I'm going to let you do the other 4 on your own. So again, to start, we're going to fold it in half. Line up your corners, line up your edges. And then press that down really good. Like I said, you can either use your fingers, you can use a ruler, whatever you have. We just need it pressed down really good. Okay, so then from there, we're going to open this up so it's a valley like a book. And then we're going to fold both of the sides into that center fold. And press really good there. And then, like I said, I turn mine. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's just the way that I'm comfortable doing it. I'm right-handed, so I tend to do things with my right hand. That's my dominant. Press that down. So now we have them both pressed. So from here, I'm going to turn it so that my fold is going horizontally. And then I'm going to fold in half again. So we're folding that just in half so that our folds are actually inside. Line up your corners, line up your edges. Okay. Then from here, we're going to open that book back up. And we're going to go from the bottom right-hand corner. And we're going to fold up. Okay, and then I'm going to turn mine. So now I have the square side on the right again. I'm going to do the same thing. Bottom right-hand corner is going to come up. And press that down really good. We're going to open these up now. Now we have these little pieces, the little triangles. We're going to fold those the opposite direction. So now they're going to be inside. Okay, so there's one. Same thing on the other side. There's 2. Now this time, I'm going to hold this open just a little bit. I'm going to fold the big triangle down and then close over the top of it. Same thing on the right-hand side. I'm going to open this little pocket because we're going to tuck the big triangle in. Now we have our shape. We're going to turn it over. Here's our original horizontal fold. See if you can see that. There's our original fold. We've got it sitting horizontally. We're going to go from the bottom right-hand corner, fold up, match up those edges. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to turn mine, fold up, match up those edges. Press really hard, make sure that all of those folds are down really good. And then we're going to open this back up. And this is going to be my piece. Okay, so again, these little pockets here, that's how we're going to connect everything. All right, so we've done 2 of those together. Go ahead and do 4 more on your own, and then you're going to come back and I'm going to show you how to assemble. All right, so now that we have created all 6 of our pieces, so here's all 6 of mine, we are going to be assembling these. So I'm just going to start with my yellow one here. These little points that we made, those are going to go into the pockets that we've created. I've got a little pocket right there, so I'm just going to poke that into that pocket. Then I'm going to come around here, take this next one, my pink one, and I'm going to poke that into that pocket. Now you'll notice I have this little flap that's underneath, so I'm going to lift that up. And you're going to kind of have to bend them a little bit because that's going to get poked into that pocket. And now we've got our first corner. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to keep moving around here. Let's go ahead and we'll do this pink one here. You can pick whichever one you want, but we're going to go ahead and poke that into that pocket. So you'll notice I'm always poking in from the bottom. So I like to turn them so that I'm kind of poking in from the bottom. So this orange one is sitting here waiting to get poked into the green one. I'm going to kind of curl that just a little bit so I can get it poked in there. Okay, so now that one's poked in. Nobody else is ready to get poked in. So let's go with the blue one. So you'll notice here I've already got a red one here, so I'm going to go down here to this bottom one. And I'm just going to poke it in that pocket. Now I've got this yellow one. And I've got this green one that need a place to go. So let's start with the yellow one, since that's kind of at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and kind of bend that just a little bit so I can poke it into that blue pocket. Okay, and then I'm going to turn mine. Now the green's at the bottom. Same thing, you're going to have to kind of bend it just a little bit to poke it into that pocket. The closer you get to the end, the more difficult it becomes to put those pieces together. But if something comes apart, you can always just poke it back in. Not a big deal. So now from here, I've got one piece left. I've got the purple. So we're going to come over here. I've got the orange on the top, so the purple is going to go on the bottom. And I'm going to try to pull the pink and the blue off to the sides so that they're not stuck. Okay, so I've got that purple one poked in there. I'm going to come down here to the green because I've got the orange one there. So I'm going to go ahead and poke the purple into the other side of the green. So now I have that piece. And I have these 2 little wings sticking out. Well, they're going to go on both sides of the purple. I'm going to start with my pink one here because it's at the bottom. I'm going to kind of bend and poke. Like I said, this one is the last one, so it's going to take a little bit of work to get that in there. Bend my paper around here just a little bit so it flexes just a little more. There we go. Got that one in. Now I'm going to turn, so my blue's at the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of help to curve that paper just a little bit so it helps it when I'm trying to poke it in there. So from here, Going to go in that bottom pocket. Just poke that in. And again, once you get finished, then you can kind of move them around a little bit more and fix those corners if you need to. Like this one, it tried to take some of my purple paper in there with it. We're going to fix that. There we go. That is our cube. So you should have, each side should have 2 of the original colors and then 2 new colors. 2 originals, 2 news. 2 originals, 2 news. Okay, so that's the cube. All right, there you go. Have a great day. I look forward to doing another activity with you soon. Bye.